Alright guys, Make It Jason here, and welcome to another edition of my Madden 2017 franchise. It is week number 4 of the 2019 NFL season. We take on the Chicago Bears. One thing, I apologize guys, I haven't done a Madden video here in a while. I've just been kind of busy and then sick recently, so just haven't had the time or energy to do so, but let's go ahead and get this one started.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarters.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the all-time leading passer in Vanderbilt history, the veteran quarterback. It's Jay Cutler.
And while it probably hasn't been a whole lot of fun for Jay Cutler throughout his career because he's had a lot of different coaches and offensive coordinators, it also has made him extremely adaptable. There's not anything he hasn't seen or done on offense in the NFL.
Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. And the quarterback, he's got some big threats at wideout.
And they seem to get bigger all the time, don't they, Brandon? Every time I look out and watch a game, we're getting these bigger, more athletic, acrobatic receivers. We have some today.
On second down, here's Cutler. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Quickly now a look at the defensive starters for Minnesota.
Anthony Barr almost defies description at times. He's built like a defensive end, but he plays outside linebacker and does it quite well.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. On 3rd down, Cutler. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
Now this is fielded in the end zone. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And it'll be Viking football here as they take possession. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they will be led out by their 6'6" quarterback. Now a handoff looking right. And he's brought down. Give him 13 on the pickup there. And it'll give the Vikings a first down. When we sat with the coaching staff a couple of days ago, they said attacking that defensive look with a run, something they wanted to do, it was effective.
And they were extremely confident, weren't they? Their planning, their preparation, They knew what they were going to get in that defense, and they were able to attack it accordingly.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. But other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
And the tackle's made there by one of the secondary members. And I can guarantee you, having played that spot in the huddle right now or on the field, they're urging for a little bit more support from the guys up front. I actually remember one game where I hopped over a defensive lineman to make a tackle downfield and realized he was 10 yards downfield. That's not good. That's being driven off the line of scrimmage, and you can't have that if you're going to win a game on defense. Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Okay, Charles, the Vikings offensive starters, a former Ole Miss Rebel is a guy to watch, and that's Laquan Treadwell.
No doubt about it, and when you look at his speed, forget it. All right, just throw out that time stuff. Watch his play speed. He plays the game really fast and big and aggressively. They want to call him Megaquan. If he plays to that, he'll really help this Vikings team.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now a play fake here on first down, and that is incomplete. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive. And how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
And so we have the touchdown. Now here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away. On the return, this is Micah Hyde. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Our eyes shift now to the Vikings defense. They were able to force the 3-and-out last time, led to the punt, and then led to a touchdown for their crew. So they'll be looking for a little bit more of that, Charles.
Well, I think that they created the spark with the 3-and-out. Gave a little momentum to their offense who say, all right, appreciate it, guys. And they took the ball downfield and stuck it in the end zone.
And that defense wasn't out there long. They'll be trying to keep it short here. From the shotgun, Cutler. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down. They'll get 17 yards there. And the Bears are going to get a first. Well, we saw the practice film this week. They wanted to focus on these intermediate passing plays, and it paid off there.
And they took that focus not just to the practice field, but in the film room to show the guys exactly what they wanted, what types of looks they should expect to get, and how they would beat those coverages each and every time, and it paid off on that play.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
So a ways to go here on 3rd and 10. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Cutler. And Jeffrey's got it. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that 3rd down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a first down.
3rd time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on 3rd, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
They run. This is Lewis. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Now, that result is no surprise. This team is bringing back memories of what? The 85 Bears, the 2000 Ravens. Those teams were so great against the run, they made you abandon any plans of doing that when you played against them.
One quarter down. 7-0 is our score, and we're back to Soldier Field after this.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Snickers. You're off your game when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Now Cutler to throw on 2nd down. Jeffrey with a catch left side. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
He's got time in the pocket. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. They go play action now. Cutler. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
We'll give them 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn them a fresh set of downs.
We really didn't have any doubt that he was going to be one of the top-rated rookies coming into the league, especially as a runner. And he's given us no reason to change our minds. That's a big-time run, and the production that he showed us in college is translating very well into the National Football League.
And all the way down to the 10-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota. 53 yards. So it'll be first out here after the run. He went over 100 yards a week ago, and with that run, he does it again.
He's an absolute horse, a guy that eats carries. And what I mean by that, the more you hand it to him, the more the production you're going to get. A big-time performer.
He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
Second and goal. Defense digging in again here. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here, not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Their big tight end, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But would you work your tight end into it? That's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Sharif Floyd makes a stop.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 2nd down, Cutler. And it's grabbed by Crockett Gilmore. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. So a minute 56 to play in this first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Larry Ridley is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. From the red zone now, here's Cutler on first down. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. on 2nd and 10 now. Two receivers left, one to the right. 2nd and 10 now. It's Cutler. That's complete right around the 8. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Cutler to throw again. Incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
To throw again is Cutler. His throw incomplete. They isolate Jeffrey to the left side. On 3rd and goal, Cutler. And open is Jeffrey. Touchdown, Chicago. Alshon Jeffrey, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Now we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Now Cutler on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Here's Cutler. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of...
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And welcome back, the offensive unit. They took the timeout, and now they get set to line up as we resume action. Again, it's Cutler. That's caught at the 1, and he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bears have broken the tie.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. And it's up and good. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now out comes Minnesota. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They go play action here on 1st down. And Rudolph has it left side. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. Good use of the pass there to pick up the 1st down against a defensive look that they had specifically prepared for, they told us, coming into this one.
Certainly seems like they're holding all the right cards now, doesn't it? Because of their preparation. Went back, watched the tape, studied the tendencies, and they feel like they had them down cold, and they were able to use the pass against them.
And this will be caught inside the 10. What a grab. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On play action, they'll throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. The intended receiver was Laquan Treadwell. And it's 4th down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So a field goal here. They're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
Now after the made field goal, Walsh back out to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down. So this guy's just sitting there, right? He's got like 30 hot dogs in front of him. And what's that? Apparently we're back. Okay, so Larry's halftime show got cut off. Sorry, we were doing story time here in the booth. We are ready, though, for the 3rd quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. He got 29 yards that time. And another good game here as the numbers show. We had a rare meeting with the entire offensive line this week. They were pretty ecstatic. Well, they should be ecstatic again.
And we had that meeting with them because of how they played last week. I thought it was your idea. It was brilliant to say, let's bring the big guys in.
Kind.
Well, it was true. Let's talk to the guys. How did they pull that off? Because they were so productive. No real problems in getting to the offensive backfield. They were getting downfield, getting the second, third level, creating extra blocks. We're seeing that again this week. They are really locked in. So credit to them, but also a big credit to the offensive line coach because he's got to feel great about what he's prepared.
Absolutely. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers, steel curtain. They would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the steel curtain was played. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these days you're going to think that you were.
They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion.
Well, normally on a third down play, I'm not a huge proponent of play action, but when you run it as effectively as we've seen them do in this game, yeah, it sets it up pretty well.
Yeah, particularly on this drive, they've been great running the ball. Good setup. Fresh set of downs here.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Right, check. Bring it.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now we have Hyde still on the ground here. Staying down after that last play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out.
False start, offense. Still first down.
Hey, tight end right. Watch tight end.
From the shotgun, Cutler throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a second down.
Quarterbacks like throwing the slant route, but they have to be careful about ball placement. They have to put it in a spot that makes sure the receiver has his body in front of the defender.
On second down, Cutler. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Charles on the slant. You always need good ball placement. They got it there.
Brandon, the quarterback, put it in the exact perfect spot, right to the upfield shoulder of the receiver, and he used his body to keep the defender away.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
On second down, here's Cutler. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And he's brought down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Alshon Jeffrey so dangerous even when a defender's near him.
He's got such a big body, ability to run, positions himself well, excellent control. And you're exactly right. Even if people are draped on him, he often comes up with the catch. He really symbolizes what people are looking for in receivers in today's NFL.
This is Lewis. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
They try again with Lewis. And he gets it down to the 32. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Hey, 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 hey. 4 down, 4 down.
Now they'll run with Lewis. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
We got 4.
Now they'll look to throw it with Cutler. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Their big-bodied receiver. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
It's complete to Laquan Treadwell. It's an 8-yard pickup, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Offside. Defense.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. They'll start things on first down with Dion Lewis. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Here's Cutler. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some space here. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
But we all know it's turned into a passing league in the NFL, but that doesn't mean people still don't like to run the football. When you run it that successfully, your offensive line is fired up. What they want to do each and every game is run block. Get out and smack some people. I would say go ahead and run it again.
Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
This defense hasn't let them in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. Third and goal from the 2. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll go backward. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. Puts it through, and that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the fourth.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give him some breathing room and lets him build up a little cushion.
This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And now out comes Minnesota. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
Here we go now.
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver.
Touchdown, Vikings! A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have made this now a one-score game.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. And he's able to put it through. And so we have the touchdown. Now here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. All right, let's discuss Dion Lewis as he gets set to go again. And after a sluggish start, he's really bounced back. The numbers bear that out.
And you're a baseball guy, partner. How many at-bats over the course of a baseball season?
Oh, boy, four in a game.
Yeah, about four in a game.
4 times 162.
350 or so, right? Sometimes it takes a while for a guy to get going. That's my point. It's not
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. And the defense in desperate need of a stop. They have to get off the field and get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance. Now Cutler to throw on second down. Time for a break. And his throw is incomplete. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Lewis. And he's able to get up here to the 26. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. That's taken at around the 40. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
He's got his man on the crossing route, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 3. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And this one through the uprights and good. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. And quickly, they get to the line. Here's Cutler. It's brought in by Jeffrey. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Throwing now is Cutler. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. Now it's Cutler. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
You and I both know we're into a whole new realm of football because we're not just looking at tendencies anymore. We're looking at analytics, and I've got to think the analytics on 3rd and 1 say run the football.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. They go play action here on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we saw a lot of points in quarters 1, 2, 3, and 4. Overtime comes. The defenses, they clamp down.
Rather amazing, isn't it? Because would you have even thought that we get to overtime after what we witnessed for 4 quarters?
Not at all.
And have 0 points on either side? Not a chance, right? And somehow it happened. We always talk about making adjustments. Maybe both defenses took 4 full quarters in order to get an adjustment. Got 1 good period in for both defenses, and now they go home. You buying tonight?
I thought it was you. I did last week. I did the last 2 weeks.
Oh, I was trying to go for 3.
Dinner on you, my good
Trying
man.
to go for 3.
Nothing between these two teams for 4 quarters. Here we go to begin overtime. This is taken at the 3. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
That's a pretty strong return to start this overtime. And you know that if you run some decent offense, you should have a shot at a field goal. But I'd have to think to myself, I want the 6 points. I want this game over now. I don't want to give the other team a chance to come back and beat me.
They isolate Jeffrey to the left side. Now a play fake here on first down. Deep drop. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Well, you never know what you're going to expect when you come to the stadium to call a game. Sometimes you get good ones. Sometimes you get bad ones. Sometimes you get great ones. And that's what we had here. What an exciting finish on that last big play.
And I think that as we look at it, when you're talking about a great finish, which went along with a game that obviously was dramatic because we did get into overtime, what type of play?
And there you have it, folks. The Chicago Bears defeat the Minnesota Vikings 37-31 in a thrilling overtime game. Let's go ahead and take a look at the stats here. James Bauer had 105.3 QB rating, was 14 of 23 for 271 yards with a 60% completion percentage, 3 TDs, and unfortunately 2 interceptions. Rushing, Giovanni Sally, 11 carries for 157 yards for 14.2 yard per carry average with 1 TD. Receiving, the Bradford Pinnock had 6 for 146 and a touchdown. Kyle Rudolph, 5 for 81. Giovanni Sally, 1 for 27 and a touchdown. Laquan Treadwell, 1 for 8. And Nicholas Levy, 1 for 9 and a touchdown. That brings our record after 4 games to 3-1. I have to say that so far, this season has gone a lot better than I expected. When you trade away your franchise quarterback and your franchise running back in Teddy Bridgewater and Adrian Peterson, respectively, and start rookies, usually the results are not as good as one would think. So it's been kind of nice to have a decent foundation so far, and it looks like we're going to have a lot of cap room going into this offseason. So, even if the bottom falls out on the season, there's still a possibility to add some key players in some key positions. I'll go ahead and take a look at some of my stats on my team here just real quickly before we wrap it up for the night. Bauer is 6 in passing yards, 6 in passing touchdowns, and 4th in passer rating. Sally's 1st in rushing and 5th in rushing touchdowns. And Rudolph is 6th in receiving and 30th in receiving touchdowns. Let's go ahead and look at just some more individual stats here. Bauer has 796 yards, 6 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. And then, like you said, Sally has 433 yards of TDs, 3 TDs. Javarius Allen, 184 yards and 4 TDs on the season so far. Receiving, like I said, Rudolph is leading our team in receiving yards. Last year's rookie, LeBradford Pinnock, has 242 receiving yards already. Treadwell's I haven't been utilizing him as much. He's kind of had a quiet season to the start of the year. Kenny Stills has 2 TDs. We look at defensively. Our sack leader currently is Eric Kendricks, Sharif Floyd, and Jaquez Smith. Interceptions, we only have 2 interceptions so far, D. Ford and Trey Waynes. Let's take a look at the stats overall in the NFL so far this season. Your passing yardage leader is Jake Cutler. Your TD leader is Jameis Winston. Rushing yardage, obviously Sally is the league leader by a couple hundred yards. We have Jerick McKinnon, who didn't re-sign with anyone the last offseason. We signed him midway through when Peterson got hurt. He now is 3rd in the NFL rushing with the Saints with 270 yards and 2 TDs. That's interesting. I don't see, unless I missed him, I don't see Adrian Peterson. At all. Leading the league in touchdowns is Lamar Miller for the Houston Texans. It's interesting, Lamar Miller played for the Houston Texans. They let him go to Miami, and now in Madden he's back with the Texans. I don't see Peterson in rushing touchdowns either. There we are. He has 145 yards and 2 TDs so far. Receiving, Alshon Jeffrey leads the league in receptions. Bensley Horn, the rookie, has 370 yards and also leads the league with 6 touchdowns. Interesting that a rookie is leading the league. Defensively, your league leader in sacks, Leonard Williams for the Jets, has 7. Wesley Eachus from Denver has 2 interceptions. Let's see if we could find Teddy Bridgewater in here and see what his stats are after trading him away. I believe we traded him to the Cardinals. He has 532 yards, 6 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. So really the statistics between him and Bauer are fairly similar. Bridgewater has 1 less interception, but Bauer has more yards, and they both have the same amount of touchdowns. So, give or take, I don't know, did we make the right decision? That's really hard to say right now. It would be nice to see if we could find where Stephon Diggs went as well. Let's see if we can do so. Perhaps he didn't sign with anyone. I'm not seeing Diggs anywhere. I wonder if he even signed with anybody. Let's go ahead really quickly and take a look here at who some of the free agents are. He signed with someone, but I don't know who. Regardless, I'll do some digging here before the next game and see if I can find anyone at all. Let's go ahead and end there, guys, and I will see you all in the next game.